Who wants to see how upholstery is done? I've got some camper cushions for a little camper that goes in the back of a truck for a really good friend, and he's been wanting some upholstery work from me for lots of years, and I've been blessed enough to have him bring me down some work so I can show him, you know, the kind of quality and what I can do. I'm gonna put together a little tutorial video so you can do this stuff at home. If you got your old camper cushions you want to get done at home, you don't have the money to have anybody do it, I'm gonna put this together so it's simple, so you know how to walk through this process to make sure you're using the right stitch length, the right seam allowance, the right type of thread. I'm even going to go over materials, describing, you know, how all this stuff is put together. But you want to see the cool materials that he chose for his camper cushions? This is the old stuff, and look at the new stuff.
Hit that bass line nice and slow. Ooh, yeah. Talk box singing, let the rhythm flow. Palm trees swaying, do you feel that breeze? Rolling down the boulevard, feeling at ease. Cruising, moving on that West Coast ride. Say barbecue flames and the ocean tide. Catch the vibe, keep it alive. So real, so true. This laid back life's just what we do. Chilling at the cookout, grab a plate. Got ribs, got wings, I just can't wait. Talk smack with the homies, laugh till we cry. And the beat still bumps as the sun says goodbye. Now throw your hands up if you feel this breeze. Come on. West Coast vibing got you weak in the knees. Low riders bouncing with the funk. Turn high under neon skies, man. We're feeling fly. Cruising, grooving on that West Coast ride. Say barbecue flames and the ocean tide. Let me hear ya. Catch your vibe, keep it alive. So real, so true. This laid back life's just what we do. Full moon shining, streets come alive. Candy paint gleaming, yeah, we thrive. Oh yeah. Boombox bumping, let the good times roll. Funk so strong, it's seeping in your soul. Full moon shining, streets come alive. Candy paint gleaming, yeah, we thrive. Boombox pumping, let the good times roll. Funk so strong, it's seeping in your soul. Full moon shining, streets come alive. Candy paint gleaming, yeah, we thrive. Ooh yeah, boombox pumping, let the good times roll.
So I marked this line out 5/8, and it didn't shrink. I'm going to mark a line right here, right on the edge of our diamonds, and I'm going to follow that right off the edge of my presser foot, because if I measure to the needle into the press foot, it's 3/8, 1, 2, 3, and that's the seam allowance that we want to finish with. So now I can just go in, and it doesn't matter if your chalk is sharp or not, because you can lay it this way, flat. You can still leave an edge on the side. You can mark it this way because you're still leaving a nice crisp edge there. I'll show you. You can just use the back of your chalk if you want, or you can use this and keep sharpening it, you know, or you can use the back of it. You can still get a nice crisp line. So now we'll use this chalk line and follow it on the inside edge where it's crisp. We'll put it right on the edge of our presser foot and sew out 3/8 of an inch, and then we can come in here with scissors and trim. That'll be our finished seam allowance. So there you go. Now you know. See where we're at now? On 3/8 instead of 5/8. That's our seam allowance. Now we'll use our scissors and cut on the outside of the thread right here and trim this off. Now when you cut this, you want your scissors not this way, because you'll cut your thread. You actually want them straight up or just tilt it a little bit. You want to just tilt it just a little bit. And see, you follow right on the edge of your thread, and don't cut your thread. Big long cuts here work better, because when you're sewing fast like that, yeah, you have the tendency to make wobbles in it, like you see when you're cutting, making sure it's nice and straight and consistent. You don't want to follow the stitches right here. You just want a nice clean edge that's straight. You don't have to follow your stitches. If they're wobbly, do not follow them, please. Make sure that your cuts are really nice. Now we want to get our 3/8 seam allowance, 3/8 seam allowance like we have here on the outside of our tip of our diamonds. Our diamonds are going in that way, so we want to make this mark. Going right through our diamonds. While we're here, we're gonna do a waterfall with the diamonds. Let's do a quick reference to see how much length we're gonna be needing. "22 loose, 21 tight, about 21 and a half, somewhere around in that area." I'm using my presser foot right in between the cross of those diamonds. Even if my chalk line's off, I'm still trying to land it right in between those. Because I know it's exactly 3/8 off for my seam allowance. Look, I've lost my chalk line. I can still read it here to here good enough where I could sew straight through and still hit on my X. Hit on my X, hit on my X. Back stitch. You don't have to back stitch when you're putting out this line to cut, but
yeah. City lights flicker where the sinners play preacher. Graffiti scriptures on train cars, the steel messenger. Cobblestone pathways.
I remember, it's not about following your sew line, it's about making sure your cut's going straight.
Sirens kiss the night with their mournful cries. Alleyway choirs sing the truth behind the lies. Broken glass mirrors, the dreams left for dead. Where hope's just a story that the old heads fed. Concrete jungle serve, spilling in the veins. Blood river.
Our diamonds 3/8 all the way around. We have it on this side too. So now we can measure from the corners of our diamonds the length. What was it, 21.5, 22? There's 2 of them, and then a smaller one. I haven't measured the other one yet. Then we'll have our finished length, and then we'll come in here and measure our diamonds. Check out these factory flaws. This is what you do when you first get your material. You have to inspect it, because we just got a yard of this. I've seen this. This is the second time that I've seen this, and most of the time it's at the end of a big long roll. I had this type of material in black with a different pattern, and I seen the exact same stuff, and we actually had to get a hold of the manufacturer, and they actually sent us out more. They sent us out like another yard or yard and a half that was damaged evenly through this. And I think it was on the end of the roll too, because they pulled a sample off of it. It actually come like this, but this was not included in the yard. I mean, I've been working with these people for lots of years, and they're awesome. When we go and do our diamond measurements, look where this flaw is. Like, our biggest part we're gonna pull out of here, and I haven't done the measurement back on this yet, on that flaw, to see if it was yeah, because I haven't measured the shorter piece yet as far as the length, but the other 2 lengths are 21.5, 22, and there's 2 of them, and the spacing in between this and this is gonna be perfect for our width for our cushions. And even right here too, it was like the big man or source, whatever you want to call it, was looking out for us, because we don't have to make a call. You know, we can get our inserts made out of this material. We lucked out. We got so lucky on this. And you know, our next flaw is up here, so we'll have that much more that's flawed. And I don't know, I guess if he was wanting to build something else with the other half yard, I mean, I guess you could probably call him up. But you know, we got really lucky, because I seen a couple of flaws, but we already put our 3/8 seam allowance around the border and sewed on it, so it's not like we could return it. So we got really lucky on this one. So there was one less than a dozen flaws in our yard that we got, and we got lucky enough that these flaws were not in our path. So this was part 1 of the camper cushions, and go find part 2, because we're going to be putting our chalk lines in here and making our sew lines. Then we're going to cut it up into our inserts and get the right length of material that wraps around our cushions. And it's going to get fun from here. We're going to add a stripe off the sides of these gray diamond inserts, and we're just going to keep building from here. This is part 1. Come back for part 2. Go find it if it's not out yet. I'm in the middle working on it right now, and it will be out soon.